Hello everyone, here's Nardo, and today we analyze and speculate about the Pokémon TCG Pocket trailer, Celestial Guardians. Remember to follow me and like the video if you want more analysis like this. The trailer starts with the Sun and Moon cycle. It shows us, as the first cards, the starters of Alola region, Rowlet, Litten and Popplio. They have two different arts and moves depending if they are Sun or Moon version, and probably they will be pullable in the respective packages of Solgaleo and Lunala. Starting with the Sun version, Rowlet doesn't have any particular move, with just Leafage and the usual 60 HP 20 damage. Popplio is the same, but the water type. Litten instead has 60 HP, 30 damage and takes 10 of recoil, the strongest one out of these three. Probably Incineroar will have huge damage and some recoil, like its base form. We can see their arts while being steady in their natural environment in the daylight. On the moon side, their peculiarities switch, because Litten is in his base form 60 HP 20 damage, and Rowlet and Popplio have mechanics. Rowlet uses Skill Dive, a move that damages one of your opponent's Pokémon dealing 10 damage. So our Robin, Decidueye, will probably have an attack that does a lot of damage to a single or multiple target chosen by the player, with his peculiar move. Popplio, instead, as predictable, will have it and Primarina, a move that make full asleep Pokémons, and with just one in color energy we can say if it will evolve in one of the strongest sleep move Pokémons, thanks to its fairy type that will acquire through evolution. The arts, while being under the moonlight, are more dynamic and they were or are actually moving and doing something while being photographed, like Rowlet flying, Popplio playing with bubbles and Litten walking. The trailer goes on presenting Solgaleo and Lunala in their new packs Celestial Guardian. So, in the first part, they show some cards of Solgaleo pack, starting with him. Solgaleo is a steel type with one attack and one ability. It seems a very strong Pokémon that will enter in the meta thanks to both his peculiarities. The ability, Rising Road, lets you change it if it isn't your active Pokémon, so pairing him with Dialga that can charge exactly 2 energies, he can enter and smash with the opponent. His move, Soul Breaker, has 120 damage, a mid-high one, and takes 10 of recoil, but he has 180 HP, thanks to being a stage 2 Pokémon, a sort of better Arcanine, but more difficult to place. The Heart is the usual 3D type where he tries to attack the opponent, nothing surprising. Then we see Oricorio Payu style, a psychic type that confuses your opponent and does 40 damage, a 7 HP card that requires 2 energies. Probably we will just collect it. The same cannot be applied to Alola Meow, because of its dark type we could see another trapper Pokémon that will not let the opponent retreat. Their art are just them chilling on the beach while being blessed by the sun. The last sun card presented is Alolan Raichu EX, and in my opinion, a card that will shake the meta and join it with the legendaries and some other cards. With his stage 1, 140 HP, but most importantly, his move Psychic that has 3 in color energies and a base power of 60 that adds 30 more for each energy attached to your opponent active Pokémon, it will replace Alakazam and Jinx, with his same damage as Alakazam, while being easier to place because of his 1 evo, and will be playable in every deck, because of its in-color energies required. We can see Raichu surfing with his tail in the user 3D side of axis. Lunala appears from the moon, and with 180 HP and 100 damage of Lunar Blast, requiring 1 energy, Psychic and 2 in color 1, will not be one of the strongest Pokémon, I think. Unless they will introduce a Pokémon that will help synergize with his ability that lets it be recharged by moving all psychic energies from one Pokémon to itself, so it needs a Pokemon that charges, like a Magneton Psychic type, something like that. His heart is just it flying while watching behind itself, the usual shitty 3D style. The moon cards are Oricorio Sensu style and Alolan Vulpix. The first one is a Psychic type Marshadow, while having less HP, but we don't care because it's an Avenger that will do damage and die. Just 1 energy and that's good, but a lower damage because of its 20 base power plus 60 if our previous active Pokemon was knocked out in the previous turn, instead of Marshadow's max 100 damage. Alola Vulpix instead is another water type charger that with just 1 energy can obtain another one using its Cold Fort Cold move. We can expect maybe an introduction of Frozen status or just a damage dealer like his fire counterpart Ninetales with medium high damage and losing energies. While Lucario is dancing on a beach, like the other 2 Sun cards, Vulpix is in his natural environment on Mount Lanquila. Last but not least, we see Alolan Marowak full art card. If you're lucky or like gambling, this is the Pokemon for you. With 110 HP and a 3 energy move, which requires at least 2 Fire 1, you will flip 2 coins and for each will do 70 damage. If the attack doesn't miss, you will also burn your enemy. A strong ability. I don't think it will be a meta card, but some deck will surely use it because of not being an X, giving just 1 point to the opening while being knocked out. Its art is beautiful, like every other full art card. Under a star of rain on the beach while it's wearing a sort of horse with the moon rising is fireborn. Let's go to the last part. They show us 2 new items, Rotten Ducks and Rare Candy. While the first one will never be used like the normal decks, the second one will come to an end of many decks that relies on second stage Pokemon. Cards like Solgaleo and Lunala will probably use this item to skip Cosmo and Evo, or cards like Beedrill, Gallade and Charizard will abuse it to destroy faster the opponent. Then the trail line continues with lots of trainers. The first one is Ilima, and I think he will break the current meta, and will be a very useful card to play with Arceus, Pidgeot, Staraptor. Saving points to not give to your opponent and placing again your Pokemon fully healed because you can remove it off the field if it does damage on it. Lana and Kiawe are the next. They both are strictly linked to their main Pokemons. Lana with Araquanid, Kiawe with Alolan Marowak and Turtonator. Lana will be like a Cyrus that doesn't need damage on the Pokemon, but need Araquanid to be on the field. I think it will be very strong. Probably Araquanid will be another trapper Pokemon like Houndoom and Abrock to prevent the retreat of the Pokemon and just kill it easily. Kiawe instead is just a 2 fire energy charger for Alolan Marowak and Turtonator and just end your turn. We have Acerola, Mallow and Sophocles. From left we have a useless card that moves 40 damage from a Mimikyu or Palossand to your active Pokemon, unless there's some sort of special mechanic for them to be active while full health. Mallow is a very powerful Erika that heals all Pokemon damage, but just for Shiinotic and Serena, and it will discard all energies. Probably they will both have low energy consumption to be able to recover fast and attack again, from 1 to 3 energies for their attacks. The third is Sophocles, and it's just like a Blaine for Alolan Golem, Vikavolt and Togedemaru, adding 30 damage for 1 turn. Last but not least, Lily, an immersive card there is also for her. While she smiles on the beach, a very beautiful card that heals 60 damage for stage 2 Pokemons, so it will help Solgaleo, Lunala, Muscarada, Beedrill, Gallade, Charizard and every other stage 2 Pokemon in the current meta. Also, it needs to mention the new Rayquaza event, where you can obtain a card comparable to Dragonite with its 140 HP and 4 in color energy will do 40 damage to 4 random opponents, just like a Dragonite, but will give 2 points instead of 1. The cool thing is that it's a base and it is quite easy to recharge with Dialga, and you can use Eliminate, so healing, yes. I'm really waiting this new expansion with joy because I didn't like the previous one, and we'll do a pack opening in live before the Brawlhalla one at 9 PM GMT plus 1. Come see me. And I can't wait to unpack and play Solgaleo in a deck with Dialga and see all the beautiful full arts and hypers of Pokemon cards of this new expansion Celestial Guardians. See you later in the next video. Bye bye!